Tonight on News Watching, Tropical Storm Fiona rages on.
A boatman opens fire on the Coast Guard.
And a beloved Ithaca restaurant shuts its doors to the public.
I'm Tatum Dowd.
And I'm Jordan Alexander.
Tropical Storm Fiona could strengthen to hurricane status by the time it hits Puerto Rico, threatening mudslides and flooding. The storm's impacts have already been felt in the Basseterre territory of Guadalupe, which has been devastated by flooding. According to the Vice President of the Environmental Agency, there has already been one storm-related death. Puerto Rico has 260,000 homes without power as of Sunday, leading President Biden to approve an emergency response and disaster relief efforts. Tropical Storm Fiona could become a Category 2 hurricane as it tracks east of the Bahamas, where the government has issued an official tropical storm watch.
8 cheetahs arrived to India from Namibia as part of a reintroduction project. After going extinct in India over 70 years ago, cheetahs are finally making a comeback in the country with a new reintroduction program. 8 cheetahs from Namibia arrived in India on Saturday, according to a tweet from the Cheetah Conservation Fund. The big cats were released into India's Kuno National Park in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Cheetahs were declared extinct in India in 1952 and are the only large carnivore in the country to have suffered that fate. Today, the spotted felines are found in southern and eastern Africa, particularly in Namibia, Botswana, Kenya, and Tanzania. According to the World Wildlife Fund, the release of the 8 animals is part of a larger plan to reintroduce the cats to their former range.
President Joe Biden has arrived in London to join other world leaders at the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. The Prime Ministers of Canada, New Zealand, and Australia are already in the UK for the ceremony. Over 500 other heads of state and foreign dignitaries are expected to attend to pay respects to the world's longest reigning monarch. The new King Charles III hosted a formal state reception for the international guests at Buckingham Palace on Sunday evening. Other vigils have already been held in the UK, including one put on by Queen Elizabeth II's 4 children. Blake Lively has confirmed that she and husband Ryan Reynolds are expecting their 4th child. On Thursday, Lively attended the 10th annual Forbes Power Women's Summit, sporting a gold dress and a surprise baby bump. The 35-year-old actress also shared a collection of pregnancy photos on Instagram for enjoying the summer with friends and family. In the caption, Lively chastised paparazzi for waiting outside of her home to document her pregnancy and shared her appreciation of child-free media for keeping her children's lives private and safe.
A boater near Venice, Louisiana was arrested Friday after allegedly firing a weapon at Coast Guard personnel. Officials say the Coast Guard responded to a distress signal from a 40-foot sailboat on Thursday that was 75 miles south of Southwest Pass, Louisiana. When officials arrived to the scene, the person pointed to what appeared to be a firearm at the helicopter, according to the Saturday news release. The air crew heard objects striking the aircraft and immediately departed due to crew safety concerns. Once the Coast Guard crew returned to the air station in New Orleans, they had confirmed the helicopter had been shot. The boater was arrested on Friday by FBI agents and Coast Guard investigative services. Authorities in Florida recovered the body of a student who went missing after lightning struck near a middle school rowing club practicing at an Orlando lake. The possible lightning strike happened Thursday evening when 5 middle school students were practicing near the North Orlando rowing complex in Lake Fairview. Officials were unsure whether the lightning struck the vessel or near the vessel. The boat then capsized, leaving one student hospitalized and another missing after the students were forced into the water. The 3 remaining students were treated on scene and released to their parents. The body of the missing student was recovered Friday around 5:15 p.m. after officials launched a search immediately after the student disappeared in the water.
I love pancakes!
In Ithaca, New York, beloved restaurant Waffle Frolic will be closing its doors on October 15th. Since opening in 2010 in the Ithaca Commons, this eatery featured everybody's favorite breakfast food, from sweet and decadent cinnamon roll waffles to the southern favorite, chicken and waffles. The owners took to social media to share their gratitude with customers and encourage them to use their gift cards while they still can. They will also be continuing the sale of merchandise and pre-made waffle mix available to purchase until the October 15th closing. Waffle Frolic plans to be open 8:30 to 3 Wednesday through Sunday and will post all updates to their
corn.
social media.
Baltimore Ravens star quarterback Lamar Jackson can now add another NFL record to his long list of accolades. Jackson rushed for 119 yards and a touchdown in Sunday's 42-38 loss to the Miami Dolphins, giving him 11 100-yard rushing games in his 5-year career to surpass Michael Vick's all-time record for most such games by a quarterback. Jackson entered the 2022 season needing just one more game to break the tie with Vick. He's the first quarterback in NFL history with multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons. He also holds records for most rushing attempts by a quarterback in a single season and most wins by a quarterback before the age of 25. Jackson is playing this season on a $23 million contract, fifth-year option. While he is expected to eventually receive a long-term extension from Baltimore, Jackson may have an opportunity to hit free agency and create a bidding war that could lead to a historic contract, unless the Ravens utilize the franchise tag. Now, Tatum, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm utilizing the franchise tag. We got to get Lamar on the team.
I would be holding on for dear life. I mean, I can't even run 119 yards on a good day.
I can't run 19 myself. Coming up on News Watching, is Santa in New York City?
And your local weather forecast. Stay with us.